He is back.
I got you, man.
In the house. He's back.
I got you, bro.
We are back. We are fucking back. We are getting
so
dogs back.
I'm up, baby. Let's go.
We're getting dogs back. Appreciate all the fam in the house. Chat. What's up, guys?
I'm here.
We are back.
We are so fucking back. Jesus, why do I look so big? Holy shit.
This way. Can we switch the
Switch sides? You on top,
Am
I
I
be
on
on
this
bottom.
side?
You be on bottom, I be on top.
It don't even work right.
I take it how I get it.
You know what it is? It's that weird screen.
I got it,
Oh,
man.
shit. I'm not gonna mess with it, man. You do it. I ain't messing with it. We got Wes back. It feels good to have Wes
I'm
back.
back. I'm alive. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to another live stream, Crypto Remora live stream. We come to you live twice a week, Monday and Thursday, to talk everything crypto, keep you updated, informed, entertained, and more importantly, ahead of the markets. My name is Wes, and I am joined with, as always, Siri Crypto. What's up, Siri?
What is going on, fam? How you guys doing?
Cheers, brother.
How are we doing?
Cheers, brother.
Yeah.
Dude,
Gotta have coffee.
You would not believe what I went through to get me a cup of coffee this morning. My lips are still chapped. I'll just say that.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I mean,
hey, man.
$20. $20 is $20, man.
That's right, dude. Well, 15.
No judgment over here.
Yeah, 15, but it was quick. It's quick.
So yeah, we got some people in the chat, man. We got some people in the chat. We got some people watching. Good to see.
Good.
Definitely good to see. I know the market has been boring, you guys. It was boring as hell last week. Daniel, what's going on?
Daniel,
I see you in the chat early today. It's last week. You know, we had a little mishaps. They overworked our boy over here a little bit, and he just had to recuperate some. So
yeah, slept in a little.
He's back. So here's the deal. Last week I just went over basic fundamentals. It was a good little stream. I probably bored the hell out of the norms and the Remora, but I went for the noobs and I just went over basic resistance and support levels and just basic TA and just very, very basic things that everybody in crypto should know. But it was kind of refreshing to do that, to be honest with you, because it shifted focus back to why we're in it and what's the good part about TA and how you should never really get bored with the space. If you find yourself getting bored, then you're not doing something right. Either you need to learn some more shit, you need to learn different styles, or you should read a little more, or if you're not a reader like me, you should probably watch more videos or watch some different people maybe. Yeah. But you should never be so bored in these markets that you're like, I'm leaving. So I think it's important. We have to remind that. We have to remind you guys that no matter what they do with the price action, you have to remember that is one of the biggest tactics that they use. It's called time capitulation, and they've been doing it to Wall Street people for hundreds of years. This is not a new tactic. The only thing that it feels new, if you've been in crypto, it feels like, oh shit, look, I'm going to guess we're at 84,000. Like, why are they holding us at this price? And if you've been in crypto for 3 years, you've been spoiled thinking, because the number goes up and it goes down. It's, all that volatility. And now it's like, well, why is it doing this? Well, I'm going to tell you why. It's new to crypto, but this is a tactic that's 200 years old on Wall Street. It's called time capitulation, and they do it to get you out of the freaking market. They're doing it to try to get your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your altcoins. This is a tactic, and do not fall for it, because when the pump happens, and it will, we still think in May. So that's what I want to talk about just a little bit, Wes. I just wanted to say that time capitulation, don't fall for it, basically.
I just realized something. Are we not in the which one are we in? What is the title of this? I just realized
I couldn't title it because I couldn't find where the title was.
I had one made up. It said we were in it. Are we not in that one? Give me one second, dude. Yeah. You keep on going. I'm just gonna throw a title on this thing in a thumbnail really fast, dude.
Yeah, we don't have a thumbnail. When I joined this stream, there was no stream created, so I just went with this.
Yeah, I have one at the last second. I was trying to get to. It's been absolutely nuts, dude. Like with the markets, dude. I am feeling good about the markets. We've been talking about bottoming out there at 73 since it happened. And we're starting to see a lot of shift, man, especially on the charts, dude. So I am super excited to look at the charts. There's a lot of things that I'm seeing. I don't know if this is the actual rally that we're expecting. We are hitting that resistance at 88,000. That's a pretty major support or resistance level at 88K. But so is 84, man. So it's like, we've been in this downtrend for a very long time now. We've been going sideways for months. That whole move, like this whole range that we've been in it for 4 months, dude. You look at the last range that we were in before making that next leg up, we were in it for 6 months. So it's like there's a lot of similarities. We've been talking about that, but there's some things I've seen, man, that I feel really good about. I think that we are on the way.
I'll be right back, Wes. Hold on.
Yeah, you're good. I think that we are on the way to that next level. 90K plus, 100K plus. I think that's where we eventually go from this move. But I don't think that I'm not convinced all the way that that we're gonna stay above 84. I would like to come back and see a nice retest. I was wanting to come back and see a retest of 80 and flip that downtrending level of resistance into support. But that didn't happen. But I don't think it's out of the cards yet, man. I think that it could still play out. Let me see if I can throw a thumbnail on this thing. That was my fault. I was late trying to make this happen here. Can I make a copy? Download, make copy. Let's see. No. Download. Let's see. But anyways, yeah, I'm not convinced that that 84, like this is it. Like we're not going back down. If we do come back down, I'm expecting 80,000, but would like to come back and retest 84. Like I'd be happy with that. If we come back and get a nice bounce on 84,000, I'm going long. I was waiting on 80K to take a long for this move, and it just didn't happen, and sometimes it doesn't work out. You have to look for that next trade, that next opportunity. And I think the next opportunity is going to be from where we are now, a retrace back to 84, 85,000. And that's going to be the opportunity to go long again. But yeah, so.
Sorry about that, man.
No, you're good.
Doing some construction over here. And then I'm not going to lie. I did have to get a second coffee. It's one of those mornings, man.
You're good.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can.
Yeah, I'm hyped to pull up some charts, man. I went over basic TA last week with support and resistance. I was telling people you don't need the extra indicators to learn TA. But I got to be honest, it does feel good to have you back because I would like to get into a little bit of the Lux Algo, the advanced indicators. Once you start using them, they are nice to have. So it's good to have that I like having both, dude. I like having my style TA, which is very basic, simple, and then going with your style TA, which is, you know, getting intense with Elliott wave theory and going into freaking, not even just the EMAs, but going into the Lux Algo price targets and whatnot. I mean, all that stuff is freaking awesome to have because you can bounce off of everything. But so are we at 84 still? Is that where we're at? I mean, I haven't even looked.
No, are you serious right now?
Yeah, I haven't even looked yet. Not since last night. I know we were around 85. Where are we?
We're at 88,000, bro.
Really? Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Nice. So you had a good call last week. It was just a couple days late. You said we were going to break to the upside. Let's go.
Yeah,
dude.
I just, you know, again, and kind of when you stepped away, I was basically what I was saying was I'm not convinced. Like I was kind of like we both agreed something felt different about this move. Like volume was looking good. It was respecting levels. So it just felt good, right? It felt right. And I mean, maybe because we've been going down, you know, it's like finally we get some relief. But I'm not convinced that we're not going to go back to at least 80,000, man. I would like to see that. I was hoping when we look at the charts, you remember that downtrending level of resistance that we've had on the charts that we haven't been above. We finally got back above it. We had a small retest on it. I was hoping that we would come back and hit that as support, which is around 80, 81,000. The lowest we got was like 82.5 or 83. And I should have just took it there, but I didn't. And the next opportunity, in my opinion, is going to be the retrace back to 84 and flipping that into support. And maybe we can get some luck on that. But man, I was hoping for that 80,000, dude. I was so ready for it, and it just didn't come. but yeah, it happened.
And we have to look at the flip side of that coin too, as well, because you know the way these market makers have been playing us the last 2 months. It would not surprise me if these market makers said, you know what, let's make everybody think we're going back down there and just say, nah, fuck it. You had your chance. We're rolling. We roll. But I don't know. We still have 2 weeks in this month. You know, let's pull the charts up, bro, because we need to get our eyes on some shit. Because like I said, I didn't even know we were at 88. Last I checked, we were at 85 last night. So I have not had eyes on it. I've been working on a lot of other promotional stuff for Sierra Entertainment. And
how's that going, man? Everything going good?
Well, everything's going good, but let's just say the family is about to take a baseball bat to the beehive. Let's just say that. So if your boy ends up missing, you guys, I didn't one off myself. We're having some inner trouble within the Sierra family, if you know what I'm saying. When I say family, I mean the family. Okay. So I've got a cousin that's about to go do some shit, and you know, it's all good. But that's why I'm glad I'm in the public eye, because if I just end up missing, you guys know that, hey, he didn't just take off, you know.
Yeah. Well, Jesus, dude.
I'll fill you on those details in a little bit. I can't talk too much about it, unfortunately, yet. But yeah, dude, shit's getting real. But it's all good, and the music thing is doing very well. We've got quite a few shows booked, and you know, trying to grind, trying to save mom's house, still fighting on that front. So a lot of stuff going on, man. Just really crazy busy. I'm sure same with your situation. You're shifting career mode. So we both have a lot of stuff on our table right now, but it's all good, man.
A lot going on, man.
Good. But moving forward.
Hey, look, man, they said, you know, if you want to you know, I gotta step out of the usual, man. Like it's like we take risk every day, man. We had this conversation, you know, we take risk every day, man. When we trade, when we, you know, when we're buying NFTs, when we're trading shit, like we take those risks. And a lot of times they turn out to be good. Sometimes they're not. And like, I just feel like it's like, dude, I'm taking a risk, man. I'm taking a risk, but I think it's going to be worth it. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think you're making the right move personally. I fully support your decision. I think you're making the right move.
And speaking of that, guys, if you haven't played Soakin', go play Soakin'. Awesome game. It is live. We're having a blast. Join the Discord, all that good stuff. But also go follow the Enjoyers, man. At Enjoyers. ENJOYOOORS. The Enjoyers. That's that little alpha there for you. What are we doing? We're looking at charts.
Before we dive into the charts real quick, You didn't see that? You didn't watch it? You didn't watch it yet?
I did watch it.
You saw the video?
I did watch the video.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
I was waiting on you to say something. I knew it was eating you up, dude.
I called you out. I said, man, I called you out on Facebook too. I was like, yo, man, this one was for you, man. Shit.
Yeah, I did watch it, man. Absolutely.
Video was dope, right?
Dude,
for a homemade video.
Bro. Insane, man. Like,
it
dude,
took
y'all
a
did
long
fucking
time.
awesome.
It took
we should
a long
share
time.
that. We should share it. Do you have it?
Man, that was killer. That was killer editing, bro. I sat there for 13 hours, like probably put in like 18 hours of editing. It was fucking crazy.
Oh no, you sent it to me on my phone. Do you have it on your computer?
Yeah, I have it, but should we stream it? Nah.
Yeah, dude, stream it. Why?
Should we? Daniel, Daniel, you want to see it? You want to see it?
Absolutely, man.
Come on, man. This is Wes's favorite band.
Look,
this is Wes's favorite band, man.
Sierra, you know you already got it loaded up right there.
Oh, the shit's right here. To go.
You got the play button ready and everything. Let's roll, right man. Here. Cut 3.
I just don't know if I upload the video like I did the timer, it'll play regularly. It should. If I just upload video or just.
Yeah, just.
All right, let me see if it'll work. Let's see.
Yeah, that is something that needs to be shared, man. I mean,
let's do it, man.
Sierra's got an incredible talent here,
let's
guys.
Let's do the premiere of this shit, man. Let's see. Make sure it's official. Right here. Yeah, a lot of work went into this, man.
Oh, I thought you already had it loaded.
No, I got it loaded right here now.
Yeah, this is dope, guys. Check it out.
The world is a vampire sent to drain secret destroyers. Hold you up to the flames. And what do I get for my pain? Betrayed desires.
My bass player right there. He's cool as shit.
Piece of the game. Even though I know, I suppose I'll show.
Still playing on his actual drum.
Yeah, feels good.
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Someone will say what is lost can never be saved. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
Get it.
Now I'm naked, nothing but an animal. But can you fake it for just one more show? And what do you want? I want change. And what do you got when you feel the same? Even though I know, I suppose
I didn't see the rat, dude.
Yeah, I love that little rat, dude.
I didn't even see him.
like old Joe. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. And someone will say what is lost can never be saved. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Tell me I'm the only one. Tell me there's no other one. Jesus was the only son. Tell me I'm the chosen one. Jesus was the only son for you. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Despite all my rage, I'm still
That's
just
John,
a
right?
rat in a cage.
That's Little John. Yeah, that's our new bass player, Little John.
Someone will say what is lost can never be saved. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Tell me I'm the only one. Tell me there's no other one. Jesus was the only son for you. And I still believe that I cannot be saved. And I still believe that I cannot be saved. And I still believe that I cannot be saved. And I still believe that I cannot be saved.
That was
Man,
fucking
there it is, man. I hope it sounded all right.
That's
You know,
fucking good, man.
it's kind of tough because of the when you try to
You did all
record.
the editing and shit, man.
I did all that shit, man.
You did the video, everything.
I did. Well, see, you know, because when
Audio
you're
and shit.
Colleen was kind of holding the camera, and then I'd hold
Yeah.
the camera for Joe's part, and then, but yeah, we did all that, and then I just threw it on, you know, the one we used, NCH whatever editor, and then OBS. I traded back and forth from OBS and the other one, and just layered shit. But glad you liked it, Daniel.
Approves. Yeah, Daniel approves.
Yeah, dude, glad you love it. And you know that's
Morgan would approve.
that's Wes's favorite band from back in the day,
my favorite band.
and so I was like, shit, man. I was like, I gotta do one for Wes
Yeah.
that Wes will like.
Yeah.
And for me, that song for me was fucking.
That was like their breakout
epic.
song, right?
Well, for me it was because I had never.
1979 and up.
Yeah, I had never really got into them until that song. Once I heard that song, I was like, all right, these motherfuckers rock. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
because they just devastated. Like I was
Let
like,
me-
man, that song dominated MTV, bro. When that video,
Oh yeah,
came out,
dude, for sure.
there was no one. They were on top of MTV.
Yeah.
Like I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So I always loved that song, and then
You know who
for
else?
years, dude, I tried to
well,
do that. I couldn't play it. I couldn't play it and sing it, and I was like, man, these chords are tough. And then the way he's singing with the chords, I was like, so I always wanted to cover it for the last 20 years. Couldn't do it.
That's crazy.
And
dude.
I said, let me go back to it now that I've been playing a lot more. And I said, oh shit, I could do this.
Yeah.
Then I was like, I'm gonna do this shit. Like I'm gonna cover this song, dude, because
Yeah,
I
that's
love
dope,
that
dude.
song.
It was fucking great, man. Let me ask you though, man. Do y'all like so when you're recording video, are you actually playing the song when you're recording video?
See, so how you
I've
have to
always
do
wondered
it?
that, man. I've always wondered that.
No, because if you want to use the clear audio, right?
Yeah.
The trick is you have to record in the studio. So you have to get your song first.
Right,
you
right.
record the song first in the studio. But then when you go to record the video, how do you line it up? Because
You
video's
just
a
play the
bitch,
song?
right?
Yeah.
So what you do is you play through the speaker when you're in the room.
Oh,
And you play,
okay.
you turn it way the fuck up, and then you
reverb.
play over top of it. Like Joe was really playing the drums,
Yeah.
but we had the stereo so loud blasting that
He was just going with-
so he could stay on time with himself,
that's fucking
and I
dope.
could play on time with myself. And what you do is you block that audio, you block that shit, and you only save the video, and then you line them up.
Dude, yeah, got you, man.
And
So it's pretty much
that's
like
what
we
it is.
used to do in the beginning. Guys, we used to do that in the
dude,
beginning
it
with
was
our
a pain
shows,
fucking
man.
ass, dude. That
Oh my
sucked,
god!
bro.
When we found StreamYard, we were
Oh, that
like,
sucked.
"Holy shit, we've been doing this whole time." Because it's hard. Like a lot of people have one person, and they just do it. Like they just live stream, right? You don't need anything. But then if they have two people, they're in the same spot. But like our situation is, we're in different states, you know.
And then we had guests. We had Saunders.
guests on. Yeah, that was tough, dude. That was tough, man. Sierra did that for dude. For like
We
a
did
whole
that for
year,
like
man.
almost a year, bro. That was a
Holy
lot
shit.
of work, dude. That took
Yeah.
like 6 hours every
Man.
Thursday. It took me about 6 hours to line up. What were we thinking, dude?
Don't know, man.
Like,
we were
Jesus
thinking, we just
Christ.
wanted to help people, man. We just wanted to
I
help
was like,
people.
man, you want to talk about pain in the ass, dude? That
Yeah,
was a lot of work, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even think about all that. I like,
Oh,
for
dude,
real,
it was stressful, man. It was definitely stressful.
the hardest thing about that one, though, to be honest, was was going into one room, our practice room, and saying, all right, fuck it, we're gonna film the whole video in one room. Because when you're doing that shit and you want it to look interesting for 3 minutes, you'd think, oh, just stick a camera in the corner and you're good. No, motherfucker, that shit won't look good. It doesn't, because then you're just standing there for 3 minutes like it's boring. Your eye doesn't want to see that. So you have to put in changes and constantly, do stuff like that. But yeah, it was cool shit, man. That was fun.
Yeah. So how you feeling, man? Yeah, how you feeling about the price? How you feeling about this move just in general?
I won't know till you bring it up, man. I think it's time. I think it's time for you to bring up the big boy charts.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. I did update the thumbnail and shit too, so I just checked it. Everything looks good. All right, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's get into what you guys came here for, to talk crypto. The music stuff is dope, though. Daniel, I think he plays. Do you play the guitar, Daniel?
Yeah, he says he can jam, but the video stuff is awesome. Great job. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, what I think Daniel said, yeah, he plays guitar, because he was telling me he had that off brand I'd never heard of and told me to check it out, and I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
You can never have too many guitars, Daniel.
All right, guys. Here we are. Can you see the screen?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
I could see it. Do I trust it is the question. Do I trust it?
Yeah, and that was kind of my point, man, when I was going over it in the very beginning, and for good reason why. But I mean, let's look at both sides here. Let's look at both sides, man. We've been in this downtrend for a long time, man. We had our all-time high back here in January 20th. That is crazy. I didn't even realize it was January 20th, dude, that we got our all-time high. Did you notice that? Anyways,
yeah, that is January, February, March, April. That's 4 months of this falling wedge, which is more than 70% through. Yeah. So technically, we should be breaking out of this wedgie, really. Yeah, right.
We should be. So this is what we've been tracking, guys. We've been looking mostly at this range here that we've been in since freaking November of last year, and then we're kind of just comparing it to this area back here. We were 6 months in this area before we finally decided to pick up and take off. I've got some fractal patterns that I want to share more on that here in a minute. But yeah, we were in this wedge. You can see the bottom of that wedge on the green, and then the top is the red. I don't know why I have it like that. It's just kind of what
I like it. I like those colors. That's good. Red for resistance makes sense. Green for support. I like it.
So green when we're at support, buy. But the main thing is guys, I mean, since January, we have been in this downtrend. Every time we've come up and hit it, we've gotten major rejections, like 20% back down, 10% back down. And finally, we've so far, we've bottomed out here, 73,000. That was Sierra's target the entire time. This previous area of resistance, flipping that into support. That is probably the most bullish thing that we could have ever asked for.
Yeah, it was good. It was quick too.
Yeah, to come down and retest that previous high. I mean, literally just the wick, come down, retest that as support. Absolutely bullish. Like, I can't think of anything else that is more bullish. And you can see volume's looking good, man. We want to see it a little bit higher, but it is ticking up and it is dominating the sell pressure. So that is always good to see. And so we're looking good. Bitcoin's respecting levels, it's respecting all the targets. Support, resistance, all that good stuff. And right now, you can see we're officially trying to put in a reversal. And what I was hoping for right here, I was hoping that we would do something like this, put in that nice little inverse head and shoulders and to continue up. We didn't get that pullback, though, man. I thought we were going to pull back to, let's see. Man, I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this, dude. So we had that downtrending level of resistance. I was hoping that would meet the 0.5 here at 80,000, and then we could take our long and we would be all happy campers. And that just didn't happen, man. Like, we stayed. If you zoom in on the daily, you can't really see it. I mean, you can see that there's some kind of support there, but it's not much, right? And that's that blue area that I have here. On the daily, you can see that. On the shorter time frames, you can see how significant that is. So on the daily, it's not, really anything too special. On the lower time frames, it's pretty significant, and we did retest it and continue up. Now we're getting our first major test. So we've broken out of this resistance. We did kind of retest it as support on this red candle. But, dude, I'm not satisfied, man. Honestly, I'm not satisfied. We've come up above the 20 a few times here, and you can see we just kept on continuing to the downside. If we can break above 88,000, dude, if we can break above this first blue level and possibly come back to retest it, then I'm feeling good, dude. Like, if we break above it and we close today's candle or tomorrow's candle above 88,000, taking out this major swing high here, taking that out, and then getting a retracement back down to retest it and bounce hard on that, man, I'm looking for levels to the upside. If we don't close above this blue area where we're at right now, if we don't close above that, or we get rejected and fall back below it, then I am looking for 83, 84 targets. If we fall through that, I'm looking to 80. But I think 80,000 is kind of like that major level where I'm expecting it to come back and then take a long there.
Bro, that it's like an inverted cock and balls. It's an inverted cock and balls. It's not really an inverted head and shoulders. It's an inverted like
it's like a ball
deformed. It's like a deformed cock and balls.
Right.
But if you were to measure that, and then if you measure it from the Grendel up to the if you go from the chode to the tip, if you measured that, could you measure from the blue box to the tip of the inverted cock and balls and then flip it around and go up? Because that would put us at $100,000.
Yeah, it would definitely put us up above 100K. I mean, you can kind of see here. This is where I would have the breakout. This little area, you can see they kind of line up close.
But what if the blue line is the you know what I'm saying? Like if you're doing the inverted head and shoulders, it's not typical because it's not touching where the balls would be, but it's touching on the end, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, because it's such a weird shape that what if that blue box is the base and you measured it from there to the tip?
Yeah. I mean, dude, our targets are,
that's up above 100 grand, dude. Right?
Yeah.
Or am I crazy?
Our targets are to the upside. I think the major thing that I just kind of want to make a point on is that don't get too excited just yet, man. Don't get too excited just yet. We have seen this before. Yes, there are some things that, are what the fuck is going on here?
You got to zoom out
just
now.
To entertain Sierra here.
I just want to measure the tip to chode ratio, the Grendel to tip ratio. Then you got to go scroll on the price and it'll zoom out. Like go scroll up or down on the price.
I got it on replay. I didn't mean to hit replay.
Oh shit.
You want to exit bar replay mode? Yes. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I said yes. All right.
Dude, look at that.
Yeah, that would take us. That would take us to these upper levels here for sure. And that's what we're looking at, man. Like we want, and I feel like that is definitely going to happen. I'm just not so sure that it's going to happen
yet.
Now, like just yet. Yeah. I'm almost thinking that we do something like this over here that we did, right? We had that, and there's a lot of things that argue against that, man, that, you know what I mean? That make me think differently, but I'm almost thinking that we do something like this. This is our green candle that we're getting today, rejection off of that $88,000 zone, and then come back, retest the 0.5, retest this area, which would be around 80,000, 82,000. I'm just, around there. I'm just not too confident, man, that this is the takeoff. Like this is the blast off. I think this could possibly be a fake out, get rejected at 88, come back to at least 84 and retest 84. And you'll see the 84, on the lower time frames. But
I got to be honest with you, man. Looking at this, because we're more than 70% through this falling wedge, and because of the strength in the market, I'm 50-50 right now, meaning 50% I agree with you that like I'm dead set 50-50. I am not convinced that this is a full-on breakout, and I'm not convinced that we full-on come down. Like I'm in the no trade zone with this shit, bro. Until something happens.
As you should be, man. And
I'm
about to
intense.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig into some other things, and I guarantee you by the end of it, you're gonna have a stronger opinion on one side or the other.
I
But
hope
me
so.
personally, man, I
Yeah.
really can't make my mind up. But I do think that this was the bottom. I'm just going to say that. I think 73,000 was the bottom. And I do like that we are breaking out here. All nice, all fun and dandy. I like the volume on it too. You see the volume is ticking up. It's past the average. But I think that we come back and get a retracement. Everybody says, look at every time this has happened. Look at every time this has happened. We're coming right back down. I don't think we come all the way back down. I just think we get a retracement, healthy retracement back down to 82 to 84,000. I would like to see 80K, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'll stick with 87 or 82 to like 84K. And if we come back and retest that area, which is kind of the blue zone here, then I'm going to go long, man. I think we do get continuation to the upside, but we probably will get a retest at some lower levels first, which is healthy, man. But we got to see if we break above this zone, this $88,000 level. If we can break above that, then I'm going to be, changing my mind a little bit if we can retest and break above it. But as of right now, we haven't broken above that. We're getting a strong rejection off of 88,000. So I'm thinking that because of that, then we probably come back and retest some lower levels before continuing up, which is super healthy.
So is that blue line the 20-day?
That's the 20-day, yeah.
Okay, so we have the 20-day. We flipped above the 20-day. So can you do me a favor? Can you zoom out and go back to the last time we flipped above it?
Oh, I got a whole chart ready for that, dude. I'm about to dig all in that.
And here's my other thing I wanted to look at as well, real quick, and then we can get into whatever else you wanted to. My other thing I wanted to look at is the thing I talked about last week, which is the market makers ranges and how they skip over ranges and then come back to them and fill them, and then I called it elevator floors last week. I said they take the elevator up to the 5th floor, and then they come all the way down to the 3rd, and then they'll trade on the 3rd floor, then they'll go to the 4th, then they'll go to the 2nd. They do shit out of order. So my question is, all right, can you scrunch it up a little more? I'm sorry, so we can see both patterns, so we can see both wedges on the screen. The one, right there. So this is my question. The blue box zone on the bottom to where 88, let's just call it 73 to 88. Have the market makers exhausted that range enough? Or like you're saying 73 is the bottom, I'm saying also that may have been the bottom, but what if they take 88, right? Just bear with me for a second. What if they took 88 to say 74,000 now? Because now they could hit this range up a little, maybe a couple more passes, maybe one or two more up downs from 88 to say 74. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I see exactly what you're saying.
So if they did that, that would be, that would be what, another month and a half, 2 months of bullshit sideways between 88 and 74. But that's also on the table for me. I also see that. So where I'm 50-50, now I'm like 50-50-50, if that's even possible. But yeah, go ahead. Get into what you want to get into, brother. I just want to point that little possibility out.
Yeah, no, I think that me looking at the charts is what I've been spending most of my time on lately is the fractal patterns, dude. What happened last time compared to what's happening now? And if we just took this entire move, this entire consolidation, if we just took that as a roadmap and used it back here, we would have been fucking straight, dude. And we just traded off of this, we would have been straight, dude. Every time that we came down and hit this bottom zone, we had a massive move up, right? Every time that we came up and hit the top, we had a massive move down. Like we could have took that and just took that for this. And every time we hit the top or the bottom of that, we would have had a nice move. Now it's a little different because we have a descending broadening wedge here, and this is a falling.
That's a falling wedgie, and it's a fucking beautiful one. The other side of this, Wes, the other side that we need to say on the bullish side is look how steep that falling wedge is, and when you measure the bottom to the top of that, man. Oh yeah, I love the steepness of that wedge because that primes you for a breakout. Like that's how you get that good breakout.
And look what happened the last time we broke that pattern, dude. Like when we finally broke above it and retested it back here, what do? We broke the fuck out, and then we got our next leg up. And like we've finally broken above this area of resistance. And what's happening, man? We didn't get the retest like I really wanted. Let me move this yellow line. We didn't get the retest like I really wanted, but that's okay, man. And that's kind of why I'm thinking, man, we need to come back and retest that, dude. We don't have to, but it would be nice to see.
You want that last bounce off of that red
man.
support or resistance.
Or that area, because we have the red resistance, flip that into support. It's the 0.5. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I feel like we should come back and retest. And if you look back here, when we did capitulate, when we finally did get our bottom, look what happened. That was when we did kind of put in that ugly head and shoulders. On the weekly, you can see it better, but we got our lower low, and then we made another lower low, and then we made a lower high. And that was our reversal. That was when we
triple
finally
bottom too.
Yeah. So it's bullish either way you look at it, man. And I'm kind of like, why not expect that if it happened, if everything else was kind of played out?
What if we hit another triple bottom right here? Because you could see that red candle, and we come back down. That would put us perfectly at 76,000 almost again. Was between 74 and 76. And if that were to happen, that gives you your triple bottom reversal. Holy shit, would that would a bounce from there would be so great, man. I agree with you on that, dude. I do see that. That would be freaking nice to have that.
Yeah. So a nice retest, it would put in our nice, inverted head and shoulders pattern. We'd come back to the 0.5. That would be like the 0.618 if we came back into this level. 78,000, 78, 80,000. Because this is 79, the body, and then the body here. So between 78 and 80,000, that would be nice. 0.618. Let's continue up. But yeah, that's kind of like all I'm seeing for, this chart. But this is kind of like what I've mainly been focusing on lately is this. And pretty much all I did, let's look at the weekly, because I think this tells a lot more. What happened to my marks? No.
We got some viewers coming in. Shout out to the viewers coming in right now. Please hit like and subscribe if you want to help the channel out. We don't ask for any money. We don't really have any sponsors. So the only way to help us out, help us grow, we need to get 200 more followers. 200 more, y'all, to break 1,000. We need to break 1,000. So hit subscribe if you really want to help the channel. That's all you got to do is literally hit subscribe on YouTube, and that will help us out so much.
All right, so let's look at this just real fast. I just want to look at this pattern first. This is the weekly chart, and I got some things circled and highlighting that I want to look at. But this is the weekly chart, and as you can see, man, we were looking for that close, that weekly close above 85, 86,000, which is back here, right? That was our lower high that we put in. So we put in a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then now we've closed so far. We haven't closed last week. Would have been nice if we closed above it yesterday. We didn't. We've got 6 days left to stay and close above this previous lower high, and then also the 20 here, man. Let's get above the 20. Let's close above the 20. Let's close above the previous high, and reverse. Like, we need to put in the official reversal. So that's that on the weekly, and I want to point this out. All right, we're going to stay on the weekly here. Lux Algo is up. You can see Lux Algo has this sell signal. We had our colors change from green to purple, and we've put in this bottom right here at the whatever the fuck this is, smart trail. All right, and we got our indicator down low, our oscillator matrix, where we got our green dot. I'm just going to take this away. We got our green dot showing that momentum shifting, right? We've come down. We hit this line. It's pretty low, man. I'm going to show you some other stuff from before, but we went down pretty low as far as this momentum indicator goes. It's flipped green. We got our green dot. It's showing that momentum shifting. Everything is still looking pretty bullish here. Unless we get rejected, then I expect all this to kind of cancel out. But every time we've done this, man, this is on the weekly. I just want to focus on every time this has happened in a bull run, what happens next at this orange level, man. So we're way below the threshold. This one isn't at the orange level, but it is the green dot, the previous green dot that we got that was here before we took that leg up. We got our sell signal. We bottomed out shortly after that. We got our green dot, and then that was when we broke out. You go back here, same thing, man. This one's on the orange line. And as you can see, man, there's no, can you see this, dude? Are we blocking it?
No, I can see.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're not blocking it. All right. And as you can see, man, that was our last one that we had on this orange line. We got our sell signal, purple candles, bottomed out, and then momentum shifted. We got our green dot. We continued up. That was the next leg. Even at the bottom of the bear market, man, we got our sell signal, bottomed out. We got our green dot, right? There's no green dots previous to that. Green dot, and that was the bottom, and that continued up. Back here, where I think we are in the cycle, I think we both agree that this is kind of where we're sitting at in the cycle. And you're probably wondering why I skipped over these. This is in a bear market, right? And even so, man, they still got nice moves after this. After we got those green dots, that was a 50% move up right here. Green dot here, move up. So if anything, and that was during the bear market. So if anything, this is showing that, man, we can have a nice rally here. But back here, man, this is when we, I believe that was FTX or Terra Luna or whatever the fuck happened. Sell signal, bottomed out, green dot, buy signal, reversed. Back here, that was the previous one, right? There's nothing else below that. Sell signal, bottomed out, green dot, move up. And that's kind of where we're sitting at right now, man. I think that tells a lot, right? But I want to see us get above and stay above that previous swing high and get above the 20-day moving average.
Very, very interesting that we had a very long sideways and down broadening wedge, had a huge steep breakout, and then we got a very sharp falling wedge pattern. Now we're kind of doing this sideways reversal move, which I think we have enough room to do exactly what you're talking about. I think we have enough room to go from here back down to 74,000 one more time, right? I think the market makers have enough gusto in the tank. There's still enough shit going on with Trump and the tariffs. There's still enough uncertainty in the market right now for the market makers to easily dump the price again. We are hitting resistance at this level. So on my bearish side, I will say this. On the short-term bearish side, I actually would like to see us go back down to 74. I think it would be healthy before we because if we just break out now from this falling wedge, we're not going to hit the targets I want to hit for this bull run. Like we're not. I don't feel like. So I think we could use to go to I think there's a little more sell pressure needs to happen. I think 88 may be that level where we get rejected. But if they're going to do it, Wes, you know how they're going to do it. They're going to pump us past 88 to fake everybody out first. Like tomorrow, let's say tomorrow you wake up or Wednesday, and be like, everyone will be like, we're at fucking 92,000. We're going to the moon, right? Because you'll have that breakout past 88, and then the market makers will be like, psych, and then drop your ass right on. Like, because that's what everyone's watching. Everyone's watching 88,000. Everyone sees that level. Such a major level between 82 and 88. So I think the fake out doesn't happen at 88. I think if the market makers are really going to do this shit, I think how they're going to do it is give us that false hope first and break us through 88. So get everyone on the bullish train, get everyone to go long again and rack up the longs so that they can wreck them and go back down one more time. But I definitely see the possibility of going back down to 74, 76 one more time. And if we did that, we're just building more strength, right? So it's me personally, I'm good with it. I kind of want to see that. I don't really think that I want the price to go up just as much as you guys do, but I don't feel like, and I'm not in disbelief either. It's not a disbelief thing. It's just, I think it's a time thing. I think we could use a little bit more time down here to really load the cannon up. That's just what I would like to see. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. It just, that's what I would want. I would say, give us a couple more weeks of sideways between 88 and 76, and I'll be a happy camper because that means we're going to reset all the indicators. We're going to really flush out all the temporary people. And, yeah, dude, that means the next target breakout of 120 is going to be a lot easier to reach. $120,000 Bitcoin will be a lot easier to reach if we go down one more time. If we keep going to the upside, I'm going to tell you right now, I think we'll hit our head at 95,000, 98,000 again. I think we'd go all the way up to 98, and then we'd hit our head again. And I just don't want to do that. I don't want to see us just have this move from here up to 99,000 and then hit our head and come back down again. That would be boring as shit. So I'd rather go to the downside first and gather more steam. That's just, if you ask me what I want to do, that's what I would want to do. What's going to happen? Still not convinced yet. Still need a little more information before I make a call. So yeah, I'm still 50-50 as of right now, Wes. What else you got for me? What else you got for me?
Look, I'm over here trying to talk and I'm muted. I didn't even realize that. All right. So no, I get what you're saying. And that's kind of like where I'm at with, look, we didn't expect to keep going down here. Right. I mean, every time we made a massive move down, we're like, probably not going to go down any further. Supported 84. I mean, yes, overall, that's what you were calling for. You were saying like, dude, we need to come back and retest that. Right. And same thing that we're saying now. We need to go back. We need to go back. See, and I don't think we go to 74. I don't think we go back to 73. I think that it's 80,000, and that like 80,000, maybe come back, retest 80,000. Hell, I even want to say 82.
I'm good.
Like
I'm good with that. Look, I'll go with you on that. But look at what happened the last time those purple candles. And you see the last purples? It's like 1, 2.
That's exactly the thing. But you have to look at other indicators as well. And that's kind of like where I was looking at with Lux Algo is like, we can say, you know, last time this happened, well, look at where the momentum was and look at, you know, how oversold we were at that point. But like right now, man, everything is just now flipping. You go to the weekly, everything is just now flipping. And like, we're still here. Like, if you look at this directional index, you can see that momentum was coming down, the green was coming down, and we weren't able to put these reversals in because we were still way overbought, and we were still, you know, we just didn't have that momentum coming after this big leg up. Same thing back here, but like how fast
this is more steep. Yeah, this is a steeper incline.
Yeah, we're about 2 weeks ahead comparing these. This one has moved a lot faster. And that's what's caused that falling wedge. And so just based off the indicators alone and like the moving averages and everything else, I feel like if we're going to reverse, it's going to be now. Like I just, that's what I see. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to have pullbacks along the way, right? We just went from 84,000 to 88,000.
Yeah, dude. It's when you look at that,
would be
when you look at this is that shape I was saying, you know, and when we were on that last pattern and we were pinching towards that, I said the exact same thing was going to play out again. And that's exactly what happened. We had that curve up and now we're coming back down. We are at that point of control where the EMAs kind of curve over and touch themselves right here. Like they're just touching, but you see in the middle where the yellow line is perfectly through your screen. What happened? We went slightly below it, and I know it looks like we've already done that, right? It looks like we've already done it. So that, but I think that's the deception on the chart. I think the deception on the chart is that, oh, well, look, we already went below it once, but not really, because the below didn't happen until the lines almost touched. So what I'm trying to say is we went below the lines before the lines got that close for the EMAs, but now that they're this close, we could go back under it. So if we went back under them, that puts us right around that 74, 76 again. Like, yeah, I'm just saying that it's not probable. I'm just saying it's still very, very much on the table. And if it were to happen, it would be bullish.
It would be bullish.
It'd be great.
Fucking opportunity. That's what I want. I want 80,000.
It is.
Hell, I'll take 74. If it goes to 74, I'm going to lose my ass because I'm taking a long at 80. Or 82. Like I'm not, so I'll probably lose that, but we'll see. I mean, and I was arguing with myself about that too, man. Looking at these two patterns, they're not exactly the same, but damn, dude, they are freaking close. And
so let's look at the other thing too. The last pattern was kind of long and sideways, right? Whereas this pattern was more euphoric. It was straight up, and then you had that nice falling wedge. The falling wedge is steep. The breakout was steep. The falling wedge is steep. So I think, man, if you had to guess on the next move, you know, you're between $120,000 to $130,000 Bitcoin on the breakout. But the only thing I'm concerned with now is that going to be the damn top? Because at my 275, I don't want to be wrong.
I'll say
you know,
170, dude. I think
there can't
170 max and 140
does
at
the
the very least.
does the FOMO kick in at 120? Does retail
Oh,
all
absolutely. FOMO kicks in at 100K, dude. 100K, man. Once we break 100K, dude,
so if FOMO kicks in at 100K and then we keep rolling to 120 or 130 because we're going to 120, 130. There's no way we're not.
Right.
I mean, based on this chart, we go to 120. If FOMO kicks in at 100, right? Then we start heading to 120. Then what happens? 20% more retail come into FOMO. Then what happens? Maybe that's how we get to 150, 170. And then when you're at 150, 170, you got a little bit left of FOMO in the tank. Is that enough to take us to the $275,000 Bitcoin target that your boy Sierra's been calling? I don't know, but I'm not changing my call. I can't change my call based on the target of where it should be.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to change it. I'll be a stubborn ass.
The extension. So if you pull from this bottom to the top back to the retracement, the whatever this fucking thing is, man. The extension, the Fibonacci. Yeah. So the Fib extension takes us to 170. If you take this from here, I'll just fucking do it and take it from the bottom here. Where are you at? Shit. To the top here, and then pull it to the pullback, or take it to the pullback. I believe it's like 170. Yeah, 160, 165, 166. Depending on where you measure it from. But at 160 to 170 is where the extension takes us. That's been known to, especially Bitcoin and crypto. Like, it doesn't respect those kinds of indicators at all. But I mean, it's a good target, man. And yeah, I don't know. It's just
interesting, very interesting. So if we had to go on the limb, and we do have to go on the limb and make our calls at some point today. We are sitting on a Monday morning. We've got 72 hours for a Thursday. In between now and then, I still think we may go up maybe tomorrow and then come back down by Thursday. Like, have that little cool off. Like,
yeah.
That's what I'm looking at now, more so in the short term. Longer term, of course. I mean, 120, 130 is my next target for us on the breakout. No doubt. That's I don't know if that comes in May or what, but I still think May. And for short term though, I'm sideways and down with a pump maybe tonight or tomorrow first. So up first, then down by Thursday. That's going to be my call, I think.
I'm gonna give everybody the blueprint. If you are here right now, you are lucky because you're about to see the blueprint. This is what I'm going off of strictly, man. Strictly, this is what I'm going off of. This is what I think we're gonna do. And there's that retracement. Hold on, let me fucking do this right here. So all I did was just took the layover from here. We're about 2 weeks ahead on this range that we're in now from the previous. So I scrunched it up just a little bit. And as you can see, it did call for this sideways here and then a move up, fake out, come back, retest, and then finally a breakout to the upside eventually. So I'm almost thinking, man, like if this is the case, then this could be that fake out that we're doing now. Let's see if we close above 86,000 today on the weekly, then I don't know. I might change my mind a little bit depending on the indicators, but this is kind of what I'm seeing, man. We roll back over, come back, retest. I don't think we go to 76 as this blue has it put, but I'm thinking like 80 to 82,000 will be that, that retrace, put in that inverse, and then we just slowly grind up until June. And then June, we fucking skyrocket, and that's our next leg up. But what's interesting about this is you look and you see May, the beginning of May starts off, and we go just straight bearish, dude. That's when we finally hit that retracement in the beginning of May. And then towards the end of May, we start to move back up. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going off of that.
Wow, dude. I like that. That's a very interesting fractal to, and that would be counterintuitive to what we've been calling, because what we've been saying was bearish April, bullish May. This kind of throws a new freaking monkey wrench in the project. But I
mean, it's not perfect, but it gives an idea. And I mean, so far, this is pretty much what we've done, dude. And then when we got that green candle, I was like, all right, it's over, man. Like I'm just gonna go off of this But you know,
I like that, dude, because look, that there's 3 reasons I like that. The first one is because it gives us that sideways action I was talking about. It gives us that little bit of sideways in this range, like 1, 2, 3, between 76 and 88,000, right? That gives us that longer sideways. Number 1. Number 2, the breakout on that green candle looks exactly like that fractal breakout on the blue candles. And number 3, it would time out perfectly. Like you said, with the May, June, it would push me back a month on my ranges. But, you know, guys, to be honest with you, I'm never good at predicting when. Whenever I try to predict when, I'm good at predict. Not really. I'm more so I can call the ranges, but when I try to give you a time frame, I usually bury myself. So I stopped trying to do the when thing so much as like, look, we need to go to this range or we're gonna hit this range. But that fractal, dude,
I like it, right?
That fractal plays out
like almost perfectly. And this area would be our retest of 84, 85, right? And then it's just enough time.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. If we do anything close to that fractal, 275 Bitcoin is definitely back on the table. Because oh hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because the strength that you're gonna go up, look at the strength right there. You're gonna bum rush to 110, 115 ish. That's gonna be a bum rush breakout. That's gonna stir up retail.
I don't think we get this. I don't think we get that.
Yeah, I don't like that shape. That's like you're running out of strength. I don't think that happens.
Flag out and then continue.
Yeah, we flag. We're gonna flag because if you break out from let's say 85,000, excuse me, and you go to $105,000 Bitcoin in that sharp ass move, those are the kind of moves that cause retail to go, hey man, I'm gonna download fucking crypto.com, man. I'm gonna fucking, you know, it's like that's when you're going to the restaurants and the server's like, hey, you guys are on crypto, right, man? Should I buy, Shibu Inu? When you start getting that shit, they're gonna flood the market. They're gonna push that price, dude. That's when retail goes nuts. And so I do think that we have that would give us the move. End of May. April, May. So you're saying June for that breakout? I think it's somewhere in between. I think it's in between May and June. You know, what happens if you slid that whole fractal to the left a little?
To the left?
Mm-hmm.
It would just
about an inch.
What happens?
Just you know about what happens.
You know what happens. It speeds it up, and May would be so we'd be pretty bearish from now on until May, and then till the 5th we would we'd be bearish in May, and then towards the middle end we would start to move up, which I think that's what's going to happen, man. I think people are going to get freaked out because they know selling may walk away. I think they're going to use that to their advantage. The whales, they'll use that to their advantage, and as soon as everybody starts dumping and on-chain metrics look good, and
that's a very interesting point. Yeah. That's a good point. I haven't really thought of that as a tactic, but you're right. I mean, sell in May and walk away with the Wall Street game. Now that Bitcoin's into Wall Street's, you got all the boomers that are used to that sell in May, walk away shit. So the fact that they got their little Bitcoin ETFs, they may say, okay, sell in May now,
Yeah.
And they might get their first taste of reality in Bitcoin, which is like, right after you sell, shit goes ballistic to the upside. Yeah, dude, very interesting.
All right, let's look at Lux Algo real quick. See what Lux Algo is saying as far as targets and stuff, and then we can go off of that. What am I doing here? I love when I put something down on the chart and then come back to it a week later, and it's like, nailed it, dude. Fucking nailed it. I don't know where this red zone came from, but yeah, we're getting rejected off of that. But anyway, so Lux Algo, still no buy signal yet, man. Still no buy signal. There was one when I put it on 10, but yeah, still no buy signal on the daily. We just switched to a purple candle, so that's good. We're above the 20, that's good. But still no targets to the upside just yet, man. And there's nothing confirmed. This is still technically a bear on the daily. So
Daniel wants us to check how much money is coming into Bitcoin today. I could take a look at that in a second, Daniel. Let Wes finish what he's doing, and then we could certainly look at total global.
Yeah, there's actually a metric on there, inflows and outflows on CoinGlass too, man, that breaks that down. But yeah, so on the daily, no targets yet. Let's drop to the 4 hour. Let's see what it's saying here. I don't think I really need to adjust this too much. 18, boom. All right, Lux, what you got for us? All right, Lux Algo called a buy signal here back on April 11th. Made the buy signal, everything confirmed, the smart trail flip, the trend catcher flip. And a lot of times, man, when we see that happen, as you can see here, we got our sell signal, we dropped, and then we came back for a retest and then dropped right back into it. So that's kind of what I was expecting, man. I was expecting a drop back down to retest the smart trail or the trend catcher. And that could be what's playing out right now, come back and retest in this little area. But buy signal on the 4 hour, looking good. We did just get an X showing that we're starting to run out of steam. Momentum starting to shift a little bit. So, yeah, that's that pullback that we were pretty much just talking about. But that upper target's 89,000, so 90,000 rounded off. That
would be perfect. That'd be a perfect fake out above 88, like I was saying. The market makers push you past that level real quick, fake you out, and then push you down. That could totally happen.
Let's see. On the 1 hour, just for the short term, we did just get a sell signal in. It is confirmed with the trend catcher, so that goes off of what we were just saying as well. It hasn't flipped the targets to the downside yet, but that's what I think, Sierra. I mean, exactly what we were saying. We need to come back. I want to see a retest, at least come back to the 0.5 or to the to that area of resistance flipped into support, man. I want to see that, dude. That's important to me. So hopefully we can get that in, and then hopefully we can take that trade, dude. That's going to be a massive trade setup. But yeah, so we're going to have a retracement, guys. It's happening right now, but I do think we continue to the upside. That's all I got, man.
I like that. Daniel, I'm going to pull this up for you real quick. I'm not going to do too long on this, Wes. I just want to take a brief look at total global. I don't know why it's not pulling it up now. It says I'm sharing, but I'm not really sharing.
Let me look at this.
Why does it do that?
Let me pull mine down. Probably because I got mine on. Wait.
I don't know if it's supposed to be a scene on the left-hand side, or if I just need to read.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it, Siri. I don't see yours. Try it again. You've got a video. I'm gonna remove that video, or you need that video.
Yeah, it's could be a Are
you on CoinGlass?
Yeah, screen share. Yeah, screen share. No, it's being.
Are you on CoinGlass?
It's being. It says entire screen. I click on it and I hit share.
Okay.
Let's try.
I got it right here, man, on CoinGlass. Okay.
Yeah, it's not, whatever reason, it's not letting me pull up because it's like being laggy. I don't know if it's because of the screen or what. It's just lagging.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing it on my end either. There it goes. I hate CoinGecko, man.
Okay. Sorry about that. All right, so here's the thing. I don't love it. I'm not crazy about it, but I'm just used to looking at the chart. So because of that, I'm gonna keep rolling with it. But I will say this, man. We're looking healthy at the 2.8 level. You guys remember that was the level I was saying that we needed to watch. We're at 2.803. Trading volume over the last 24 hours looks good. 2.812 and going up is not bad. Let's take a look at the 24 hour first. Let's see. Cheddar Bob in the motherfucking house.
Cheddar
what is up? Very good. Very good, actually. If you look at this chart for the daily, bro, this looks pretty sexy, to be honest with you, because You're at 2.7, which we were sitting at for quite some time. Had a breakout and a nice, you're earning your way up, right? We're earning our way up. I love this because we're going up, coming back down, flipping previous resistance into support perfectly right here. 2.83, this is 2.84. This is 2.837. So you're right at that level, flipping that into, that's a little resistance there. Boom, flipping it into support, trying to go up a little, and then you come back down, hitting it again as support. I like seeing this, having a nice steep incline here, flipping it as support at 2.85. This is 2.853 right here, and this is 2.855. So technically speaking, you are in an uptrend on the daily, looking good. The weekly looks pretty good. I mean, you could get a retest back down to 2.764. That would be the level I would watch over the next couple days, right? Maybe come back down and hit this. But again, if we're above 2.7, this was the level I was saying that was, pretty crucial. And you can see it right here. This is all 2.7 area right here. This whole consolidation, which is beautiful in itself. This is the 2-week chart. Let's go to the monthly. Let's see what we're looking like. Okay, so 2.8 we know is the level to beat. It's been giving us a little bit of a bitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times we've tried to get above 2.8, and we've just been struggling, right? We've been struggling to break 2.8. Right now, we are above it technically. Don't let this chart deceive you. We're above 2.8. Right now, we're at 2.812. So we are above this level, even though this is the 1-month chart. You just got to bear with CoinGecko the way they do it. But look at this sideways, bro. Look at this. Okay, so we came back down. Remember, we bounced hard at 2.5. I said that was a huge psychological level, guys. And a lot of people got scared right here, right? People were getting scared. This was the most fear in the market right here. And if you check that date, April 8th, and see what Bitcoin's price was, that'll show you how big of a deal this is, right? But looking at this sideways consolidation, I'm thinking we're ready to roll, dude. This is a nice, beautiful sideways consolidation and a perfect retest again at, where's this? 2.6, 2.6 was right here. I'm sorry. No, right here. Yeah. 2.6 is like right here. So we're pushing this back down, testing it as support, and your all-time high from back then, guys, look at this. Your all-time high from 2022, peak market ever from back in the day was at 2.9, which is right at 3 trillion. But you look at the points next to it, and they were what? 2.5, okay? And then the points next to it were the 2.7 level. So the fact that we're at 2.7, 2.8 right now is showing you we're flipping previous resistance from the old bear market turned into support, and that has to happen before you can go to all-time highs again. We needed to do that. Now, granted, you could say we did that right here, but not really, because look, this was 2.7, 2.8, okay, 2.8 barely, but look, it was resistance. We never got over it and came back down and touched it. What's happening right now? Well, we went way the hell up here, which is where we needed to go for price action, right? We need to go way up past almost 4 trillion, right? And then people said, that's it, the market's over. No, it's not. We needed to come back down and touch this. We skipped over it. So now that we're coming back down to touch this, it's go time. If you want to call this the bear market or the bottom, you could, but I'm not seeing that. This ain't no damn bear market, bro. It's like we're just touching previous resistance. We're flipping it into support. Money is staying in crypto, bro. Like, look at this shit. Look at the weekly, bro. Look at this uptrend. Look at this. This is beautiful. You're going up, consolidating, going up, consolidating. This is textbook consolidation for money coming into crypto. And I think it looks healthy as hell. This is not too steep of an incline. Like usually if you get this real steep incline, it'll, you get a crash. Look at how steady. This is steady Eddie. This is good. Steady Eddie, bro. This is good to see. And look, you were kind of going down anyway, but look at that. What happens when Bitcoin's about to move? It coils up. I call it a coil up. When you get that snake coiling up, it's like a cobra leaning backwards before it's about to strike your ass. That's what Bitcoin does, and that's what Total Global does. And it's coiling up right now, guys. This is a coil, right? I call it a coil. It's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. That's what you want to see, and I think it looks freaking great. And yeah, dude, the price target on this breakout is going to be insane because we're at this level here. So I mean, if you measure this
good,
from,
man. Yeah,
I'm looking for 4.5 trillion being the next the next leg up, going to 4.5 trillion, which is all-time highs. Obviously, that'll be the most money that's ever been into crypto. Like, and people calling for a $10 trillion influx. Lark's been saying that for the entire bear market. He's been calling for that, like saying that we're basically going to go to that we're going to go to a $10 trillion market cap with crypto. And Lark's been saying that for 3 years now. That's his target, which would put Ethereum at freaking $15,000 Ethereum, between $10,000 and $15,000 ETH. So let's do it, man. It's looking good. Any way you slice it, Daniel, it's looking good. Total Global looks healthy as shit.
I agree, man. I agree. And let me just jump into this really fast. All right, so I don't know. This is the spot inflows, outflows. You can see that we're dominating, inflows right now. Or the net flow. This is net flow, positive 255.7 million so far for today. And the last time that we were at that was, I just compared it to the charts. Last time we were seeing net flows, that positive was when we continued up. So it's looking good, man. And then you can have, you got your spot flows down here as well. Look, in the last 5 minutes, dude, 16.30 million coming into Bitcoin. 15 minutes, 1.06. That doesn't really make sense to me, but whatever. So yeah, everything is looking good. 24 hours, 240.24 million. Look at Ethereum, man. I don't even want to talk about Ethereum, but I think Ethereum's time is soon. And I know everybody's probably heard everybody say that, and I still stand by that, man. I think the meme coins, the altcoins, they're not going to run, dude, until Ethereum runs.
No, everybody's still sleeping on ETH, man. I would strongly urge not sleep. Ethereum's going freaking 10x, bro. Ethereum's at $1,500 ETH.
Well, we just lost half of our viewers.
Oh yeah, no, that's funny. I thought you were serious. I was like, oh shit.
Wait.
No. I still think ETH fucking 10x's, bro. I think it goes every bit near $15,000 on this cycle, on this freaking run, and nobody's gonna be fucking ready for it. Everybody's gonna be shit talking it the whole time, bro. I used ETH the other night, right? Let me explain something to you guys. When I used ETH back in 2020, and I tried to make a freaking, it would have taken it was like $50 to move or do a swap, and just to transfer ETH, it was like freaking $8. You can transfer ETH right now for 8 cents. So ETH is working. ETH is actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. Granted, 8 cents is a lot. For like Arbitrum, you can make a swap on Arbitrum for less than 8 cents.
Yeah.
But ETH to do a transfer from MetaMask like that quickly, and it only cost 8 cents. ETH is working correctly, bro, and it's good to see. Like, I'm not going to say the network ain't going to bog down in the bull run. It probably will, but for prime time, money, like
they don't
during the day or 8 o'clock at night to do an ETH transfer and have it go through that quickly and that smooth, it's showing me that ETH has got that backbone, dude. And like you said, dude, Fink is not going to fuck around on Solana.
No,
like,
dude.
He's going to sell the ETF. He's going to sell the ETF to you all day, but he's not buying Fartcoin, bro.
He's not. Yeah, they want to use a trusted, dependable chain that is secure and it's not going to fail no matter how much it costs them. Like, they don't
liquidity, bro. They need the liquidity of ETH. Like, and that's not shit talking Solana, guys, because we love Solana. We love our Solana projects. We're not saying that. We're just saying there's two different kinds of ways you got to look at it. And you know,
Mega ETH, dude. What do you think about Mega ETH? I'm gonna tell you, man. I think Mega ETH is gonna be that sleeper this cycle.
Mega ETH. What is
Mega
this?
ETH.
What is
So
Mega ETH?
It's a new chain. Of course, it's another.
Oh Jesus
another
Christ!
chain.
I quit.
Telling
Dude.
you
I'm
right
done.
now, dude.
I'm done.
I'm telling you right now. Mark
I
this
quit.
down. Mega ETH is gonna be something unique, I believe. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there.
Dude, come on, bro. I'm done.
I never thought something like that would come out of my mouth either.
What the fuck is Mega ETH, bro? Back the truck up.
No. Hold on. You should know this, Siri. Come on, man.
I don't know. I never even heard of Mega ETH.
All right. Well, we're not gonna talk about it too much. Just remember me saying that, dude.
This is a new chain for real?
Yeah, it is a new chain, and it's a sleeper chain, dude. I'm telling you, Siri.
Is this Primates shit? Because if it is, I'm gonna listen.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they've talked about Mega ETH. Nobody's talking about Mega ETH, dude.
We need to run this by Thade. We need to run this by Thade. I'm gonna call Thade.
My advisor. Let me get my advisor.
Let's call Saunders.
Just mark my words, man. Mark my words. I think that.
Where did you hear about this shit? Where did you hear about this Mega ETH?
Just scrolling and looking at what is the word? Oh, DeFi Llama and shit.
Is it a competitor? Is it its own blockchain? What's going on?
It's an L2, man. It's
a layer 2, huh?
Yeah, it's like Arbitrum, like
no shit.
Yeah, it's just Mega ETH.
What's up with the airdrop? Is the coin already out?
No. It's still in testnet phase right now. I've spoken with a few people, man, that have their eye on the network. It's fucking insanely fast.
Really?
Yeah. It's just remember me saying that. I got 9% left on my laptop, man. You ready for price targets?
Yeah, let's call them out, man. Let's do it.
All right, hold on. Let me switch back here. I knew I was gonna get you on that one, dude.
I never heard of that shit, dude. I mean, come on, man. I'm trying to fucking settle on hype, and you throwing me some shit like Mega ETH, bro. Now I got to do some more research and shit. I got a FOMO on a fucking airdrop I didn't fucking have time for. Come on, bro. Shit, man. Mega ETH. What the fuck?
It is about time for another airdrop video. Oh, look, real quick. The US dollar. Look at this bitch tanking, dude. So we had our target. I want to throw this in there real fast. We had our targets. It was these blue lines. We have just completely dumped way past that. And we are headed down.
Look,
we are headed down.
Shit coin. That's what we want, bro.
Yeah, dude. So the next level for the dollar technically is going to be 95. So let's see, man. Let's see what happens there. But that is good for risk on assets. All right, Bitcoin. What you got, man?
Price targets, man. Gentlemen, you are on the screen. We got the chat on the screen. Please throw your price targets up with us. Wes's laptop is going to die, so we got to hurry the hell up. My price target. You guys are on the screen, man. You guys are on the screen. Put your price targets up in the screen, please. We got to hold each other accountable every week. So my price target, I'm going to just throw this out there very quickly. Wes, can you zoom in on that second green?
This is the daily. Sorry. All right, go ahead.
Zoom in on that bullish pin bar candle.
Right here?
Yep. Zoom in on that.
You want me to break it down?
No. What's the top of that bullish pin bar? No, I don't need it. Top of the bullish pin bar. What is it?
85.2.
That's my motherfucking target for Thursday.
That's your target.
85.2 is my target by Thursday with a breakout to the upside first. Please tell me we didn't just lose Wes that quick. Son of a bitch. I hope we didn't lose him. Oh, thanks, Wes. Now I have to spend the day. I know, right, Bob? Damn it. Killing me, bro. Like I needed more homework right now. I don't need no more homework. I got enough shit to do. You guys throw your predictions up in the chat. I said 85.2. I think we lost Wes. We might have to get him on the phone call to give his price target because we're not getting him off the hook. He's not getting off the hook. So we'll call his ass. Or he might plug in and rejoin. Cheddar Bob, Daniel, where's your guys' price targets, man, for Thursday? I'm going to say 85.2 with a breakout to the upside first. Take to 84 up and out to 92. I like that. Okay, Wes is back in. There we go. He's back in. I was gonna say you ain't getting out of. I was calling you to get your price target anyway. Unmute your mic.
Laptop, then.
There we go. We got you. Did you plug in?
Yeah. Did you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Daniel's saying take up 84 up out to 92.
I like Daniel's call.
When you say take 284 up, like you mean and then out to 92? I'm a little confused.
It's saying 84 first, retest to 84, and then back and then up to 92.
Okay, I got you. Down to 84. Well, you know, what I say, 85 too. 85 too. So by Thursday, but I think we go up first and then we come back down by Thursday. So I think we actually go up. You know, we have a cool off right now. I think we go up to like 89 and touch it, fake the bulls out, and then by Thursday we have that cool off and come back down to I'm gonna say 85 too. So we're all in the same area. Yeah,
I like that, dude. And I think that it might happen sooner than that, man. Like I think that we've hit 88. That was our resistance. Now we're gonna pull back to at least that $82,000 level. I think 82 to 84. I'm gonna stick with 82 to 84. Hit that, come back, retrace, hit that, and then continue up. And shit, I don't know how long that takes. I'm just gonna say, fuck, man. I'm gonna say, 90. I'm gonna be up there with Daniel, man. I think
by Thursday now. Thursday at 7:00.
We come back to Thursday. I mean, I'm gonna go with Daniel, man. I like his call, dude. Retest 84 up to 92 Thursday. It could happen that fast, man.
So 92 by Thursday?
I'll stick with 92. 90 to 92. I like 90 to 92.
We're gonna put that in the chat to hold each other accountable. Sierra has 85. Wes says 92 Thursday, so that way we can check. We don't have to remember. We don't have to use the honor system with these cheating motherfuckers around here. We have it written down in the chat. So,
But I think that's the direction we go, though, man. You know what I mean? Either way, I think we're all in agreement that we're going to retrace, healthy retrace. We need to retest that $85,000 level. And that's where I'm at, dude.
Cheddar Bob says, would have to agree with you around 85. Yeah. This is the last full week of April. May the pump be with you, boys.
Love it, May Bob. The 5th, dude. Tell Cheddar Bob we were looking at beginning of May, bearish, like a week into it, maybe 2 weeks into it. Bullish, dude. We're breaking out of it for sure.
You done pissed Cheddar Bob off just like you did me. Cheddar Bob says, thanks, Wes. Now I have to spend the day researching Mega ETH, you freaking prick.
Check it out, man. It looks pretty cool, man. But that's all I got, Siri. I'm on my phone.
Fellas. All right, boys. Listen, we're gonna wrap it up for today. Good show, excellent show. Glad to have the part-timer back on full-time shift with the Remora. Glad he's back with us, and we will see you guys again. Hit like, hit subscribe if you're new, please, and we will see you guys on Thursday night at 7. And I'm going to run the outro, Wes, so I'll let you do the voiceover.
Yeah, you got it, man. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on Thursday.
Desktop. All right, hold on.
You got it? Can you do
there
it?
There we go. I found it. There we goes. Shit. We'll run the chat on the outro. I like it. Show the family some love. I like it.
Cheddar Bob, go back and watch Sierra's video, man, that he made. Shit's dope, dude. I got it.